Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praises to the Heavenly Father, Yahweh Bahasham, Yahweh Shai Bahasham Rachahakwadash. Double honors to the apostles, the elders at Great Millstone who rule well. And as always, we give peace and salutations unto the elect. All right, starting with the Tabernacle of David, which are the 144,000, the servants, the prophets. All right, which particular of those men are here on earth in this time prophesying and preaching. Okay, after them, you have the large multitude, the rest of the men, women, and children. All right, those who would adhere and take heed, okay, adhere and take heed to the servants, the prophets, and ultimately those who were just foreordained to receive mercy. Okay, as we go towards the end of Esau's world, all right, we're prophesying of the kingdom of Yasharallah, which is the kingdom of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, headed by who the world ignorantly calls Jesus Christ, Yahweh Shai, our mediator, our high priest, our way back, and to whom we receive the Holy Spirit, okay, in these latter days, to do exactly what we're doing, all right? And what is that? To stand up on our feet, all right, in the face of all of this confusion and darkness that besets us. It's all around us. Everywhere you look, you see the culture, okay, is being geared towards Satanism, rebellion, okay? Everywhere you look, the powers that be, okay, which are the elite families, are using our people, all right, which you can look up a term called the Black Boule. They're like the gatekeepers of Esau's darkness, you see? And everywhere you look, you see athletes, entertainers, rappers, comedians, all right, pushing forth Esau's dark agenda, you see? Because all of these idols, and that's all they are, they're your modern day idols, you know, Jay-Z, Beyonce, all right, this dude Travis Scott, which we're going to talk a little bit about that. Joe Budden recently, you know, he just threw it out there. Yeah, I like men. Now, even if he doesn't or does, which in order to make it in Esau's world, you have to do all sorts of things that go against nature. Okay, that's what the Edomite mindset is all about. Right? When we talk about this Renaissance that led, you know, that started in Italy, the rebirth of Esau's mindset, all right, that led all the way up to what we have today in the form of Babylon the Great, the NATO, and the EU. It's all based upon going against nature. It's all based upon do as thou wilt. It's the philosophy of the serpent, okay, and that is the new religion that you see, all right, being stamped onto the earth, all right, but who do you see at the forefront of pushing it? All right, our people, all right, because Esau knows the power that our people possess, okay? So what he does is he uses the flesh, money, fame to draw our people over to darkness, and he uses these rappers, entertainers, athletes, whatever, as mediums, all right, to evoke demons onto the people. When you listen to your modern day music, it is all full of demonry, if that's a word. It's demonic, it's dark. Everything is leaning towards darkness, and you still have our people who don't see it. And the reason you don't see it is because your leaders, or the people you deem leaders, don't have an opinion about it, because either they're bought and paid for or they're in darkness. So the true light is being spoken by the men of the Lord in these latter days, okay, starting with the apostles and elders in this time, okay, to wake the hell up, because everything around you is getting ready to get worse. Okay, as we're heading towards the end of Esau's world, he's going to throw everything out that he can, okay, in order to keep that vibration of rebellion going, which is going to make us a target. Now, I'm sure you all have heard about this whole Travis Scott concert, which it was an open ritual in your face. All right. We're not going to go too deep into all of that. There's various videos that go into the ins, the outs, because there's various things that you can look at, technicalities within the whole thing that let you know what time it is. Okay, but you see this demonic picture, I believe it goes back to like the 1500s. It's just satanic. This is the mindset of Esau, Edom. But as you peep the whole thing, okay, this whole astro world event, it's that same wicked witchcraft. And this dude, Travis Scott, has a McDonald's sandwich. So you already know, all right, what he's with. Okay, I believe this happened on one of the Kardashians, the mother Kardashian's 66th birthday, in whom he met with her. So this was an open sacrifice. And as you see the movies, all right, things like the Squid Games and various other movies, they're openly telling you the types of things that they're doing. Okay? All of the movies over the last 10 years, 20 years, 30 years were telling you of the things that they're going to do. And now they're happening in your face. When you hear the devil at the climate summit say, we have to move forward, we only have a short time. Basically, there's too many people, not enough resources. We got to get rid of a lot of people. There's a lot of evil and sacrifice that is getting ready to take place, and it already is. It has been, but it's going to heighten, and it's going to be more in your face. Okay, now this whole thing was wicked, right? Here it is. You have 10-year-olds to teenagers all packed into this stadium, and when you look at it, it was ultimately a portal. Okay, that it resembled a portal. All right, you had people saying they couldn't breathe, people passing out. Okay, let's see if we can get that picture of that. And if you look at his shirt, on this side is blue men, and they walk through this gateway, this door, and they turn red. If you look behind him, you see what resembles the portals that CERN uses to invoke demons and to do their wickedness. Okay, and behind them resembled a triangle. Okay, you have 10-year-old. Here it is now. In particular classrooms, children have to wear masks all day. All right, but they're able, in what you call a pandemic, able to just pack into these stadiums. Okay, at this high level, and just be just stacked up on top of one another to witness this guy who's standing in some sort of, like, in the form of a ceremony. Now, like I said, there you go. That's the portal. All you have to do is type in CERN portals, and you'll see that what he has there mimics a portal. Now, really quick before we get into it, let's go to the book of Ephesians, the 6th chapter, in the 12th verse, because things are about to get worse. All right, and here it is. You have the likes of one body in Yahushai, one body in confusion, one body in death, telling you all to enjoy your life, all right, to cling more unto this world as this world is getting darker. We need to cling more to Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai and prepare ourselves, our vessels, to be acceptable. That's what the focus is as we wait on the Lord, because this thing is above, okay, something we can do in the flesh to stop. We're now living in the times where only a higher power can stop this, because they have control out of this world. Okay, everybody who, even the people like Kanye West, a lot of people think that this dude is some sort of now he's used to say particular things that are true, but he's down with it as well. The only way out in the true leadership of you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, you Israelites, period, are the servants, the prophets, who are giving you the straight up message needed to fight these hardcore satanic spirits that are roaming this earth. So now is definitely not the time to be talking about live your life, enjoy this world. You use the world as not abuse it, but you better be goddamn careful in the madness, with the madness that's going on in this world, man. Ephesians 6:10. Finally, my brethren, be strong in the Lord and in the power of his might. Put on the whole armor of the Most High, that ye may be able to stand against the wiles of the devil. And the devil has many wiles. Let's look at this word wiles. Okay. And right now, okay, your culture, all of you Israelites, your cultures have been hijacked, all right, by this satanic agenda, using your athletes, your entertainers, your rappers, right? The people who you look up to as leaders are leading you to hell. Now, we don't believe in a particular hell where you burn forever, all right? But destruction, they're leading you to destruction, all right? Our people are absolutely anti-Messiah. They're Satanist in their actions, even if they don't openly claim it, their actions, what they believe. Your culture has become satanic, and they use these rappers, okay, your actresses and actors, Will and Jada. They're both a part of it, okay? But what are they pushing? The buck breaking of the man, the upliftment of the woman, doing what the hell she want to do, witchcraft, okay, transgender, all sorts of things are being pushed upon you through these niggas, man. So the word wiles is methodia, his methods of madness, cunning arts, deceit, craft, and trickery, which goes back to the serpent in the garden. It ain't no goddamn snake. That word, nachash in the Hebrew for serpent, is a diviner, a cunning, deceit, trickery, and craft. And it's all around you. And if your mind isn't strong enough and rooted in what's right, you're going to be through. You see, you're going to be through. So put on the whole armor of the Most High, that ye may be able to stand against the wiles of the devil, the witchcraft, the deceit, the trickery. For we wrestle not against flesh and blood, right? Now, the Edomites are flesh and blood, all right? But what powers Esau? Huh? Let's get it. Really quick. 2 Thessalonians 2:8. And then shall that wicked be revealed, whom the Lord shall consume with the spirit of his mouth, and shall destroy with the brightness of his coming, even him whose coming is after the working of Satan, with all power, signs, and lying wonders. So the power of Satan is what really powers this man. He himself is a complete loser, right? But the spiritual demon Satan is dealing with this man to the point where he's a god in these times, man. He has all of this technology. He has the sword. He controls how information is spread, but he's losing the battle. Okay, through mere preaching and confessing, and through that, all sorts of things are coming out on his ass. So we wrestle not against flesh and blood, but against principalities, against powers, against the rulers of darkness of this world, and against spiritual wickedness in high places. And this was just a part of it. You see, these rappers have been used for years, all right, to do what? Invoke demons upon the people. Now they're taking it to another level. All right. And if you think it's a joke, you think it's a game, you think it's a conspiracy theory, okay, just keep living. We're living in very dark times. All right. This whole rap thing has become a den of iniquity, and it's been used as a hub to change Not only you so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans over to Satanism and to wild animals, but the whole world. Because why? The whole world follows the vibration of Israel. We were set up to be the lights. Okay, just to give you a quick example, I have this video in queue, which I don't know if you brothers and sisters know about this channel. Pretty good information that comes out, you know, industry hoax revealed. Now, I'm going to play a few clips from this video just so you can get an understanding of how the people who are placed in front of you are invoking demons on you through symbols, all right, through mumble rap. All of these things are satanic, and it's overtaken the culture. Your culture is what cultivates you, right? And we're going to get into that Travis Scott thing, but I want to play a little bit of this, and ultimately we're going to get into the scriptures because, like I said, it's a bunch of channels going into that garbage, man, that ritual. So you can look at those channels if you want to get the ins and outs and all of the little symbology that's in the whole Travis Scott thing. But I'm going to touch on a few points. But check this out.
Right, set family, and you don't bring in outsiders. This game.
Basically, she's talking about how, you know, Hollywood, the whole, you know, everybody's connected in some shape, form, or fashion. A lot of people are groomed from, you know, children up to the point where they're put in their position. Everything is systematically put where it's supposed to be, like Tupac. Okay, a lot of people really look to this guy as if he was some great prophet. Okay, but the dude was he put all sorts of witchcraft and demonic energy into your so-called culture that has destroyed you and made you rebellious anti-messiahs. But at the same time, he's deep. At the same time, God. At the same time, you know, the revolutionary. It's confusion. You see? But anyway.
Like I was trying to say, is it's a family.
These rappers step into the rap scene and create a fake rags to riches story to appeal to those trying to make it, creating.
And they all have the same rag to riches story, man. But watch this whole video. It's pretty good.
False hope. On the other hand, they also push rappers to have the rich to richer story by way of selling drugs. The trap music was used to indicate trap houses, old abandoned houses where drug dealing and consumption were common, and where many of those who entered ended up being trapped in that lifestyle. It glamorizes drug money, houses, luxury cars, jewelry, expensive watches, designer clothes, all from drug money. Mainstream promotes this, turning industry plant.
And this was a mindset that was invoked on you. This was a demon that was invoked on you through these rappers. Who's backing these rappers? Okay? As we just read, principalities, the ones who ultimately commune with these high-level demons on the left-hand side. The rulers of the darkness of this world. Okay? What did Yahweh Shai say? Now cometh the prince of this world, which haveth nothing in me. Esau. John 14:30. Hereafter I will not talk much with you, for the prince of this world cometh, and have nothing in me. Who's the prince of this world? There were only two nations that were prophesied to control the world in its entirety. Esau and Jacob. Okay? The prince of this world is speaking of Esau, the prince of the power of the air, which has been blessed beyond measure in these times. But his blessing are turning into his curse. And the Lord is getting ready to take this man out. And if you think you can do it without a higher power, you're crazy as hell. Right? Our people are too far gone. Let's keep listening.
Rappers into role models for young fans who follow them. Just hearing without paying much attention, houses, luxury cars, jewelry, expensive watches, designer clothes, all from drug money. Mainstream promotes this, turning industry plant rappers into role models for young fans who follow them. Just hearing without paying much attention to the meaning of the words, humming sentences, which are repeated obsessively in the mind, certainly have an influence. Now everyone holds stacks of money wrapped in rubber bands in music videos.
And this guy, T.I., is one of your deep leaders. That's who you look to for guidance in these last days. They pushed all of this trap shit on you. Now they're at the forefront of telling you which direction to go and being deep in leaders. A bunch of goddamn witches is what they are, man. Sellouts.
Kids now want dope money, only to look like a rapper in videos. And they also set more traps by adding a trap museum.
And this is exactly
A trap museum. Look at his hands. Now, what does the scripture say? Let's get that real quick. Okay. The wicked have laid snares for you. Okay. But we gotta stick to these precepts, all right? Psalms 119 and 110. The wicked have laid a snare for me, yet I err not from thy precepts. And our people say, to hell with the precepts. The Bible's fake now. I got money. I got the internet. I got a social media with 1 million followers. I get all of these likes. What do I need to do with the precepts of the Bible? That's man-made. Then everything that they're into is man-made. You see, the man wrote that. Man wrote all of the books. All right? But there's particular men who were inspired from a particular source from on high through the spirit and power of Yahweh Bashim Yahushua and the angels, man. So the wicked have laid many snares for our people, man. The trap museum. So trap has become a way of culture for you. Just through these demons alone. Adultery, a murder, all of these things run rampant where? Amongst Jake. Right? Now, Esau's the number one drug dealer, the number one murderer. But who's the face of it? Niggas. The black boule, the gatekeepers of Esau's demonology.
exactly what we did it for. Yeah, celebrate the culture.
Celebrate the culture. The culture. You keep hearing this thing, the culture. What culture? What is it? That's the culture, being a damn witch. Which that's Esau vibe. And I'm going to jump here too. And then I will get into that whole crap with Travis Scott.
Rapper. Historically, America has always feared intelligent black men. White mainstream Americans profess to hate so-called rap music, so what's the reason for them to back it financially? And
They hate, you heard what he said? White mainstream media, Edomite, they supposed to hate rap, all right, thugs and all of this stuff, but they're the biggest backers of it. Now, we're living in a council culture age. We're living in a time where if you say something that's off against a particular community, you're cut off. Why hasn't that energy been placed towards rap music and ghetto culture, whoredom, WAP, all of these various different things that are destroying our people? Why hasn't gangster rap, drill rap been labeled and targeted under this hate speech? Have you ever sat and thought about that? Oh, man.
mainstream Americans profess to hate so-called rap music, so what's the reason for them to back it financially and give it a platform? Maybe it's because it helps dumb down the rest of society. It counters the music that will inspire black people to challenge the status quo.
There you go. And once Judah is the face of something, the rest of the tribes and the whole world goes. That's the power that we're dealing with here. All right. But that's all going to be turned into righteousness once we get rid of the 2/3 Esau's power structure is destroyed. What we're gonna do is ultimately forward righteousness on the earth, man. Now, getting back to this ritual, which they're becoming more and more bold with these enchantments and rituals. Here it is. You got people dying, 3 people passing out. There's talks of someone walking around sticking people with needles. Now, ironically, while this was happening, we were teaching at camp Friday, and whoever was listening, I brought up Richard Pryor, Black Death. Now, this is an old skit from the Richard Pryor show. You know, a lot of people don't know because he was bugged out, but the dude was funny. All right. When I was getting into, comedian and writing, I studied him a lot. So I know a lot about this guy, but he had a short-lived sitcom show, and he did this skit called Black Death, but he's mocking Esau. He's telling you basically Esau's vibration, and he got caught all up in this, right? Because when you get into the, this system of Hollywood and the music industry, it's a Babylonian church. Okay, those demons, all right, that you read about in ancient Egypt and all of these different gods, even Zeus, okay, with the Greeks and the Romans, which they got all of that from Babylon and Egypt, but just changed the name of the god. Those demons, these portals that they're opening, these enchantments, they jump onto the people. Now, Richard Pryor openly tells you the stuff he was doing in Hollywood. I mean, the dude was absolutely wicked. He was a demon. Okay? Anyway, check out Black Death. Now, this is what I was talking at the camp Friday. I said, look up Richard Pryor, Black Death. And that's pretty much what happened at the Travis Scott concert. Check it out. It's bugged out. Look. Check him out. That's drugs. And he just mumbling shit, and that's all rap music today has become. It's just those are enchantments. Okay. Then you had Kanye West on Drink Champs, right? Which that's when you listen to him, he's talking about how the 808 deals with bringing out, the 808 vibration in music. Whoever does beats, about that. It deals with bringing out the fleshly side of things, the trap drums, all of these various different things. How music is catered today, and how it's made. It's made to create demons and evoke demons. That's why when you go to these clubs and these parties and things, people make bad decisions. They have spirits on them. The alcohol that you drink, that's why they call it spirits. It opens up particular pathways and portals to where demons can jump on you. Right? That's why in Romans, what does it say? Romans 13:12. The night is far spent and the day is at hand. Let us therefore cast off the works of darkness and let us put on the armor of light. See, we're living in a time where they're getting ready to start pushing these demons and rituals at a higher rate. See, Esau Edom is the sword. And he is getting ready to start doing things on this earth that you're not going to even believe it once you start to see it. It's going to be so in your face. You're going to be like, no, even this whole Crown Royale 2019 thing that has taken over the world. If you really look at it, this is a ritual. But anyway, Romans 13:13, let us walk honestly, all right, and let us put on the armor of light, as we just read that in Ephesians. Let us walk honestly as in the day, not in rioting, drunkenness, not in chambering and wantonness, not in strife and envying. Now, when you go to this word rioting, okay, all of these places, which there's no enchantment against Jacob, all right, but you need to be careful about where you're going and what you're allowing into your spirit in these times, man. Comos, a revel, a carousal, a nocturnal and riotous procession of half-drunken and frolicsome fellows who after supper parade through the streets with torches and music in honor of Bacchus or some other deity, and sing and play before the houses of male and female friends, hence use generally of feast and drinking parties that are protracted till late night and indulge in revelry. That's what this whole thing is. These clubs, okay? You can watch the video. You have people giving their account. It was like we felt like we were in hell. We couldn't breathe. People were passing out. We're trying to tell these people to stop. They're just looking at us. It was a ritual. The dude, Travis Scott, met with the Jenner chick, okay? As a matter of fact, so I can understand what I'm saying, because I saw it in passing, but so here it is. All right, party time. So they're having a party, doing karaoke. All right, inside Kris Jenner's, all right, a witch. Okay, 66th, all right, wild 66th karaoke birthday bash, as daughter Kylie attended Travis Scott's tragic Astro World show. All right, now the Astros, all right, had I believe just lost. Okay, then you have this Astro World crap. Okay, and then there's a group called UB40. I'm just connecting some dots. All right, where a guy who was a part of this group named Astro dies. All right, but anyway, all right. Party time inside Kris Jenner's wild 66 karaoke birthday bash, as daughter Kylie attended Travis Scott's tragic Astro World show. Okay, and who knows? She could have had a camera on somewhere showing, and and look up the Squid Games. The elite, they like to get together and watch people. Man, just watch it. And you mean to tell me that ain't what happened here? But anyway, you can look that up on your own. It said not much footage was showed, but they could have had somebody in the crowd with a camera on or something, just watching people, dropping dead, passing out, being tortured. Who knows? But what we do know, this Kylie, Jenner or whatever the hell she is. Okay, check her out. Recent post someone sent. My Kylie X Nightmare on Elm Street collection launches tomorrow, but she's drenched in blood. What do you think this all means? Wickedness, man. Absolute wickedness, man. Now, X this out. Let's check out this Black Death. They said people were off fentanyl. People were getting poked with needles. They couldn't breathe. You had 8 flames. Then they keep talking about 8 people when there was died, when we know most likely there were more. So as we're at camp talking about this skit, something similar is going on in Houston at that same time as we were preaching. This dude's bugged out, man. Look. This is Esau. He's basically mocking Esau. You know, those particular rock groups at the time. But he's telling you pretty much in a nutshell, this is what Esau's came to do. Poisoning everybody. Here, look, people dropping dead. This dude is bugged out, man. Black Death is the name of the skit. He's bugged out. He's just shooting everybody, killing, poison in the air, throwing drugs. And when he finished, he says, "Far out," if I remember. Yeah, far out. Yeah, that's what Esau's into, man. Okay? That's ultimately what Esau's into. But going back, let me see here. To this concert.
They had to walk over people's bodies.
Panic rippled through the crowd, causing many to surge toward the stage. Emergency crews struggled to deliver help. The hip-hop stars...
There are major questions still outstanding about whether this festival should have been allowed to go ahead given those injuries earlier in the day. Guys?
Yeah, just a glaring question there, and the video unbelievable.
And this video, captured during the day on Friday, shows hundreds of people rushing checkpoints and destroying security property at the entrance.
The on-site medical team was quickly overwhelmed by hundreds of casualties.
And I believe he previewed a song called Emergency Exit or some shit. How you get out, some weird. It's too many left-hand coincidences to say that this wasn't a ritual. But anyway.
These emergency vehicles trying to access the most seriously injured appeared to be hindered by revelers.
See that portal? You see that portal? CERN portal. Just type that in. And what do? All right, they allow demons, and there's all sorts of wickedness, man. I just want to see the image of it. See that? It's portals. This is where they do a lot of their wickedness at. I believe it's in Switzerland, if I'm wrong. And then when you look up the CERN, all right, I believe when you look at it, it's more than 3 6s, but it's 6. I believe it's 5. You would think it's 3 6s, but I believe it's 5. It's 1, 2, 3. Yeah, it's about 5 of them. But this is the man of sin, man. But who do they use at the forefront of doing a lot of wickedness is Jake.
What was unfolding?
Just imagine all the people they're gonna find tonight who was in that crowd, who nobody could see, who nobody could hear, who passed out, and everybody was just trampling on top of them the whole fucking concert. Like, I'm thinking it's probably gonna be like at least 100 people who dead.
You got people that was in there leaving comments. I'm turning to God. What I felt this night was so demonic. I didn't believe in God, but I believe now. So what was going on there?
Tonight, like, I kid you not, like, in the VIP section, it was so many bodies laid out. People was getting pulled out who was fainted, and the...
How are you feeling about, the victims who have lost their lives at a concert?
I feel very angry.
What was so crazy, like, people were screaming help, trying to tell Travis Scott. They was like, help. The whole crowd was just going like, help, help, help. And he just kept going, bro.
Nigga sitting up there humming. But that's what y'all asses get. And why in the hell would any parent allow a 10-year-old to go to this concert? Satan, man. You all are under the spiritual demon Satan's vibration. And you Israelites better repent.
It was like, that shit was scary, bro. It was so demonic, bro.
I witnessed somebody unconscious.
People seem to get up after a certain point, but there was a point.
And this is all they do. All of them. All of these rappers. Little John and the East Side Boy. You turn on one of their songs, look at that nigga and fight that nigga. I ain't scared. So it just turns you into a absolute monster. And this is the vibration that ultimately Esau embodies, but now it's your culture. All he has to do is put some cars, money, and women behind it. So now, just doing all sorts of drugs and being a damn hippie is what has taken over black culture. What is the standard of black culture? All of the tribes. Anyway, then check this out. Then I'm gonna get into the scriptures.
I just want to send out.
And he's rubbing his head. These are all signs to the elite. All right? And you don't really have nobody speaking out against you. You don't really have too many, you have regular people, of course, but you don't have like the people, in the industry speaking out hardcore against what happened. But we're living in the time of cancel culture. Right? But he ain't gonna get canceled. He's gonna ante up. Now he's gonna get another sandwich at McDonald's. He's only gonna go up, and that's what you see happening. These niggas on the left hand side are taking part in these rituals to ante up to godhood on the left hand side, man. To transcend.
Prayers to the.
What are you doing, nigga?
To the ones that was lost last night. My fans really mean the world to me, and I always just really want to leave them with a positive experience.
Yeah, he drops 2 new songs. One was, I believe, premiered there, Escape Plan. Earlier today, people running out of man. So let's get some scriptures. There's Isaiah 19 and 3, because Esau's through. So you're going to see him get more vow. You're going to see him use Jake to promote more weirdo activity. Okay, they're going to come hardcore after the children. All sorts of death and rituals are going to be taking place. Because Esau he's hurt. This is real quick, Ezekiel 21:9. Because we're waking up, he's at the end of his reign. So when they're talking about, all right, global warming, and we got it's just so many people that got to go in order for them to move forward. So things are getting ready to get darker. And we could have went even deeper into that whole ritual to show you and prove it. But hey, either you believe it or not, because you got people who's, no, how could you blame him? He ain't a part of it. All right, keep worshiping these niggas. Keep following Jay-Z and Beyonce, all right, off that cliff. All of these niggas are Satanists, man. Ezekiel 21:9, Son of man, prophesy and say, thus saith Yahweh, a sword is sharpened and also furbished. Right? And Esau's that sword. Right? He's at the height of his power. He's slipping. So the only way he's going to react is carnally. Right? He's getting ready to lose his mind through many means with the control he has. It is sharpened to make a sore slaughter. It is furbished that it may glitter. That's Esau. And let's prove it's Esau. Psalms, I believe 17. I believe it's Psalm 17. Ooh-wee. Psalm 17:13. Arise, O Lord. Arise, Yahweh. Disappoint him. All right. Yahweh Bashim Yahushua. Disappoint him. Cast him down. Deliver my soul from the wicked, which is thy sword. Deliver my soul from the wicked, which is thy sword. And we're living in the day of evil. The Lord have created the wicked for the day of evil. So this is the straight gate. These are the types of things we're going to have to witness in order to get, all right, and to the point where Esau falls, man. Verse 14, from men which are thy hand, O Lord, his left hand. All right, because the right hand is Yahushai. From men of the world which have their portion in this life. And this is how they're able to drag you into this satanic agenda because of the money that they're able to flash before your eyes, the lavish lifestyle that they're able to falsify on you. These people are miserable. And the devil came to Yahushai offering him the kingdoms of the world. And he offered him everything. Right? But what did Yahushua say? First of all, he already knew I'm going to get that anyway. But through righteousness is the means we go about getting these things. So Esau is able to play on your flesh, and he's going to play on your flesh in order to get you to bow to this charagma. He's played on your flesh and blew. All the devil did was blow on you with this sauce, that hot sauce that you put on your arm, right? All he did was blow on you, and niggas just went bowing. How much more as he starts to act as God on the earth and tell you these wicked and vain things, and you're going to believe him. Okay? In whose belly thou fillest with thy hid treasure. They are full of children and leave the rest of their substance to babes. This is Esau. And when you read Job, the 21st chapter, it talks about they're going to have an end. As for me, I will behold thy face in righteousness. I shall be satisfied when I awake with my likeness. And this is the tabernacle of David. Okay? This is the tabernacle of David who are waking up in these latter days. All right? But deliver my soul from the wicked, which is thy sword. Okay? Because this nigga is getting ready to lose his mind. And the sword is sharpened. All right, Ezekiel 21:10, it is sharpened to make a sore slaughter. So you're going to see all sorts of false flags and things, because they're also going to use that Travis Scott situation to say what? Well, let's have virtual concerts now. He's going to create hell on earth and say, I'll save you from it if you do this. And offer you an alternative reality, man. It is sharpened to make a sore slaughter. It is furbished that it may glitter. Should we then make mirth? Are we in a time of talk about live your life, man? Have fun. Mirth has its time. We're not in a time of mirth. We're in a time of crying unto the Lord. It contemneth the rod of thy son as every tree. Oh, man. And he have given it to be furbished, sharpened, that it may be handled. This sword is sharpened, and it is furbished to give it into the hand of the slayer, Esau. Right? Well, Revelation, the 6th chapter. Esau's getting ready to lose his mind. Real quick, Revelation, the 6th chapter. Revelation 6. And 4. And there went out another horse that was red, Esau, Edom's red. Okay. Sin is synonymous with crimson, which is a derivative of red. Scarlet, the scarlet colored beast, is a derivative of red when you read Revelation. Esau's power source. And it's all based upon being an adversary to righteousness. And that's what he's making the people on the earth through many means that all play on the flesh. The 666 system. It says, and there went out another horse that was red, and power was given unto him that sat thereon to take peace from the earth. All these wars, gang culture, all of these medicines and things that ultimately is pharmakia that ultimately open you up to more demons, alcohol, which puts spirits on you. Now, there's nothing wrong with strong drink, but Esau has weaponized strong drink. Everything is weaponized, especially if you have access to it. So you have to be mindful of your intake. It says, and he should take peace from the earth, and that they should kill one another. And there was given unto him a great sword. Esau's rulership is synonymous with peace being taken from the earth, man. So the sword is furbished, meaning it's ready. Chemical warfare, psychological warfare, the sword, food shortages. Okay? Cry and howl, son of man, for it shall be upon my people, it shall be upon the princes of Israel. Terrors, all you camps who play these games, who try to tiptoe around prophecy, clickbait Israelites, right? Sellouts. Terrors by reason of the sword shall be upon my people. Smite therefore upon the thigh. So here it is. We're in warfare, and your thigh is vulnerable. Now, in ancient sword fighting, if your armor wasn't on point and you lifted up your arm and your enemy saw that you had flesh exposed, which you niggas' thighs are exposed. Why? Because you're a whore. All right, your skirts lifted, committing whoredom against Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, following after these wicked ways. You're going to be fed, okay, with the ways of these gods and idols you follow, man, because there's more than enough information for you to repent. There's far enough information for you to be like, oh, okay, this is the truth of the Bible. There's no more excuses. Esau's breakdowns have been dismantled. The men of the Lord are here, and you're exposed. So you're gonna get smote on your thigh. All right, because the Lord is pissed off with you, man. And Esau is ultimately that sword in these times. Back then, it was the Babylonians. Now we're in Babylon the Great. And you still haven't woke up to the fact that this world is engulfed in these left-hand wicked satanic practices, man. See, Esau's no longer hiding what he's all about. Habakkuk 1:11, then shall his mind change, and he shall pass over and offend, imputing his power unto his God. And this is speaking of the modern day Chaldeans. You had the Chaldeans of that time, which was set up to judge Jake. Now the modern day Chaldeans, what are they doing? Okay, imputing their power unto their God, right? Mocking you openly. Are not thou from everlasting, O Lord my God, mine Holy One? We shall not die. O Lord, thou hast ordained them for judgment. You set them up to judge us. Now we were like, Lord, we get it. Save us from them. And Almighty God, thou hast established them for correction. The modern day Chaldeans, the Edomites. Back then, it was the Babylonians. Okay. Thou art of purer eyes than to behold evil, and canst not look on iniquity. Wherefore lookest thou upon them that deal it treacherously? And holdest thy tongue when the wicked devour the man that is more righteous than he. So Habakkuk is looking out at all the injustice, and we have that same mindset now. Like, Lord, at what point are you going to stop this man? But we understand a lot of death has to happen as we go into the prophecies, man. And the remnant are going to be covered. Okay? Yeah, we're going to go through our trials, our tribulations. Some of us may even be beheaded. But guess what? It is written that the remnant are going to get the victory. Okay? It's the only place that's written is in the Holy Scriptures. Where's your hope? Because you got this dude on Sonator TV talking about we need to burn the Bible. Well, where can we go into ancient Kemetic cultures and writings and find out how we get a victory over all of this crap we see before us? Well, this is Egypt. So you all want this to keep going. It says, and makest men as the fishes of the sea, and creeping thing that have no rule over them. And that's what Esau's doing. He make you as the fish of the sea. He got you all packed like sardines at this concert. Niggas passing out. And they just watching your ass. And they make men as the fishes of the sea. Like animals, beast. You know, like they take up all of them with an angle. The angle is ultimately what you throw out into the sea. Or all of these different enchantments, they're thrown out there. They catch them in their net and gather them in their drag. Therefore, they rejoice, all right, and are glad. Therefore, they sacrifice unto their net, these different gods and witches and warlocks, and burn incense into their drag. Okay, these different rituals they do, right? Because by them, their portion is fat and their meat plenteous. But by you being dumbed down, buying into these different things, Esau's living on a high horse. Shall they therefore empty their net and not spare to continuously slay the nations? Hell no. The Lord is going to eventually stop them, man. Okay? And with all that's going on, people still don't get it. Second Esdras, the 16th chapter, okay? In 18, this is where we are, the beginning of sorrows. Yahushua quoted this. In great mournings, and beginning of famine, great death, the beginning of wars, and the power shall stand in fear. So what is a rat going to do when you got him cornered? He's like, hey, what's a honey badger going to do when you got him backed into it? He's going to fight, and that's what Esau's getting ready to do. All sorts of chemical, spiritual, physical warfare. Let the games begin. This is a game to them. The beginning of evils. What shall I do when these evils come? So Ezra's may be here. How am I going to be delivered out of this? That's what you need to be asking yourself. Not talking about, I'm going to enjoy my life. Dumbass. Behold, famine and plague, tribulation and anguish are sent as scourges for amendment. But for all these things, they shall not turn from their wickedness, nor always be mindful of scourges. You know what a nigga is doing? He's on Instagram right now arguing with somebody about the jab. Arguing with somebody that Travis Scott didn't have nothing to do with this. This is all, you know, y'all going too far. Y'all still believe in that Illuminati. All right. Yo, the devil is getting ready to come down with great wrath because these enchantments, okay, pretty much they're going to start working against him. Isaiah 19:3, and the spirit of Egypt shall fail in the midst thereof, and I will destroy the counsel thereof, and they shall seek to idols and to charmers and to them that have familiar spirits and to the wizards. That's all Travis Scott and these different rappers and the different things you see happening. All right, they're throwing enchantments on the people. Okay? And what's going to happen is economic collapse, as this chapter describes it perfectly. All sorts of things are going to come, man. But as we go get further into it, stand down with your enchantments and let's see if the fact that you're able to do all of this wickedness is going to keep you from the hour of where your ass goes down. Right? So here we are at this point. A lot of rituals and satanic things are getting ready to happen on the earth. It's already here if you have a spiritual eye. Revelation 12:12, therefore rejoice ye heavens, and ye that dwell in them. Woe to the inhabitants of the earth, for the devil is come down unto you, having great wrath, because he knoweth he hath but a short time. So when you go to this climate summit, okay? When you listen to what they're talking about, when you heard what the dude, it wasn't Prince Charles, but Charles, whatever was talking about, we had it pulled up. What did he say? At look, it's too many people. We got to put a military-led system together to enforce our agenda. While everybody else is playing, laughing, thinking this thing is a joke, Esau is getting ready to come with it, man. It's high time to awake out of sleep, man. See if I had any other scriptures. Hebrews 12:1. Wherefore, seeing we are compassed about with so great cloud of witnesses, the angels, let us lay aside every weight and sin which doth easily beset us. It's all around us, and let us run with patience the race that is set before us. Luke 13:1. And there were present at the season some that told him of the Galileans whose blood Pilate had mingled with their sacrifice. Yeah, Esau's always been into sacrifices. But what he did was he went to the temple and slew a bunch of Jakes who were rebelling against the tax. And he took their blood and offered up upon those sacrifices, man. All right? And we can see the same thing is happening now. There's a lot of sacrifices going on the left-hand side. When we just got out of, we're living in some heavily satanic, dark times, man. And I feel it. We feel it. We know there's a lot of wickedness going around, man. But anyway, Psalms 119:85, the proud have digged pits for me, which are not after thy law. So we as Israelites need to cling to Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua more than ever, constantly endure, constantly fight. Understand that there's traps and snares everywhere through women, okay, men who you may think have your best interest, but everybody got Satan on them at this point. So you got to be very, very mindful about where you go, what you do, what you say. All right, because it's about to get crazy, man. So hopefully I'll edify it on to the next. Shalom.